We're not just one thing, we're like everything.
BookWoman is a labor of love.
Common woman is as common as a loaf of bread and shall rise.
BookWoman is the best place in Austin.
Welcome to BookWoman! I went to school in Nacogdoches starting in 1964. In those 4 years, I learned everything I needed to know about racism, sexism, homophobia, xenophobia, all of it. It was all right there, right on the surface. And I was confronted by it on a daily basis. When I moved to Austin, I moved with a group of people that we had similar spiritual pursuits, but we diverged a little bit, and I came out officially and moved away from that spiritual group because, queerness, homosexuality, being gay, being a lesbian was not accepted. By meeting a small group of lesbian mothers, it became my path to being invited to join the collective that eventually actually opened the storefront that became BookWoman. Initially, we were called the Common Woman Bookstore, and it was based on a poem by the poet Judy Ron. Within a year, half of the collective had dissipated, and the second year, the other half did. And so I made a decision that, we fought so hard to get the store open. We can't close, we just got open. So I became the BookWoman, so I said, it's important to keep this going.
We have been around for 45 years. Our original location, way before my time, was on 6th Street, believe it or not.
We went and talked to a landlord about renting one, and he said, I'm not going to rent to you. I don't want to walk out of my bar and see a sign that says Common Woman Bookstore. I hope I never see a common woman. And sorry, I'm not going to rent to you. But the next thing, we were signing a lease there.
Susan, at the time, it was called the Common Woman Bookstore, and when we moved over there, we had to change it to BookWoman. And so it's been BookWoman since it's had a brick and mortar location.
But the landlord didn't give us air conditioning that first year, and so the doors were wide open all summer. And we heard the nastiest insults through the open doors, like, ew, that's a bunch of dirty lesbians in there. I think it hardened me to my task, which was to keep doing this. This is why we have to change society, and this is why we have to have resources, and this is why we need to be on a busy street, because eventually it was normalized and people were bragging.
We've always been present and queer, and we're now the only feminist bookstore in Texas.
What I say now is that BookWoman is one of the historical feminist bookstores.
You wouldn't know that it's been around for 45 years because it's grown with the times so well.
To see yourself represented just right here. You can walk in right over to the rainbow section and find books about the full spectrum.
People still find us and find their community through us.
It's important to present these resources, not just be a safe haven, but to help educate and help increase the comfort level for everybody.
BookWoman is comforting and a safe space.
BookWoman is an oasis.
There's just such a difference in working in a place that is openly queer and openly feminist, and it allows you to be yourself.
It's been a wild ride at some points, but it's been quite an education.
I hope that we open other people's minds, and I hope that we become more of a tourist spot where people come in and they leave with a little piece of Austin, and they leave a little bit more progressive than they came in.
Really, that's the best thing, is to just welcome people in to my home and to ask them to make it their homes too.